is up, everybody? It is your boy J Figs back with another video, man. And today, guys, I'm going to be showing you my worst figures in the collection. Now, I know you guys are probably seeing some of the figures here, and you're probably thinking to yourselves, like, what the hell are you talking about, Jay, man? Some of the figures you got here are actually fire, man. You're actually tweaking. But let me just explain this real quick, guys. The reason they are the worst in my collection, in my opinion, is going to be probably because I don't like the gear. I don't like the way the figures pose around. Or it's going to be like a head sculpt issue where I just don't see any resemblance and I just don't think the figures look good, in my opinion. In my opinion, guys. Let's get right into it, though. Now, I'm going to start it off straight off the bat. Kind of hot. Kind of a hot take, man. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be this Ultimate Edition Jeff Hardy, man. Gosh, man. They actually fumbled the bag so hard with this one, man. I was so hyped, man, telling them that we were going to get a new Ultimate Edition Jeff Hardy. And to get this piece of garbage, man, it's just, oh my God, they fumbled so bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about this white gear with like this zebra print is just absolutely horrible. It's dog shit. This arm tattoo sleeve thing he's got going on just sucks. And I don't like it at all. It goes all the way to the chest, as you guys can see there, man. The head sculpt, I mean, it's okay. It definitely does look like Jeff Hardy. There's no issue there. But the problem with this one, man, it's going to be all down to the gear. I just think they could have chosen a different gear for Jeff. I mean, like a more iconic looking gear for Jeff. But I get it. They wanted to be different. They wanted to do something different for like the fans, the collectors and whatnot. But I think they definitely fumbled, man. This figure is atrocious in my opinion. I've actually been thinking of swapping this torso for Jeff onto some of the regular Jeff Hardy black legs. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do that in another video if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the first figure, man. It's going to be this Ultimate Edition Jeff Hardy in the terrible white gear, man. Such a disappointment. I was so hyped for this figure, man, and this shit sucks. But yeah, moving on, guys. All right, guys, moving on to the next figure, man. It's gonna be this one right here. I believe this was the WrestleMania series, Elite Series, Shawn Michaels right here, right? Do I even need to say anything, man? This figure sucks. The formula sucks. The head sculpt is terrible. Look at this head sculpt, man. Who the hell? That's not Shawn Michaels, bro. Who is this, man? Who is this guy? I don't know who this is, man. This is a terrible figure, terrible head sculpt. I think the formula that they usually do for Shawn Michaels is just so, like, terrible. You know, during this time period, Shawn Michaels was actually kind of ripped up. He definitely had a good build for a wrestler. And they give him this Daniel Bryan torso, and I think it sucks. I think if they gave him the Cesaro torso that we will take a look at in a few seconds, I think this figure would have been a lot better. But another issue I do have with this figure is going to be the gear. You know, I don't like this gear for Shawn Michaels at all. Like, you know, when he used to do this kind of weird-ass looking gear, you know, I like HBK. You know, that's what I like, man. I like those type of gears that just look super clean and goated. But this one just sucks. It looks like a cow. That's every time I look at this figure, man, I think of a goddamn cow. That's what it is, man. Usually this figure, whenever I get it, it's just for fodder because he has the nice white kick pads and the open knee pads as well. But that's pretty much all I use this Shawn Michaels for, man, whenever I get him. It's just fodder. It's a terrible figure in my opinion. Yeah, moving on, guys. Next figure we got, guys, is going to be this Elite Series Rock. I'm not sure what Elite number this is, but my goodness, this is a terrible Rock figure. You guys already know on the channel, man. I just absolutely hate the Rock. Something about him, his character and everything, it's just super boring, super cringe. This figure actually came broken when I bought it. I bought it in a lot. That's the only reason I have this figure. I would have never gone out of my way to just normally buy this figure retail. But yeah, man, he's got these stupid-ass sweatpants legs on ball joints that always come super loose. He's got the sneaker mold, the John Cena sneaker mold that we know. You know, he just cannot stand up. Well, he just stood up right there. But he usually just freaking falls. The tattoos are just... Oh, shit. Sorry for moving the camera there. The tattoo detailing, I mean, it's okay. You know, it's the new Rock tattoo. But other than that, man, it's just a terrible figure in my opinion. I don't like the Rock at all. You guys already know. And they gave him the terrible, cringy-ass track pants and sneaker mold. Which absolutely suck. But yeah, moving on, guys. All right, next figure up, guys. I'm actually gonna grab it all the way from the back here. It's gonna be this, what is this, Angelo Dawkins? Again, I don't know the Elite Series, but my goodness, the formula that they went with for this Angelo Dawkins, man. What the fudge is this? Look at these big ass legs, man. What the hell is this, bruh? He looks like an actual giant compared to normal Elites, man. He's chunky as hell, you know. At this point in his career, he definitely was a little bit chunky. So, you know, now, you know, the new formula that Mattel is giving us for Angelo Dawkins figures is definitely way better than this piece of garbage. I don't even know why I have this figure in my collection. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. It's awful. It's just a terrible figure. Terrible formula. He looks just stupid. That's it, man. That's the only word I can use for this figure, man, is stupid. As Randy Orton would say, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this Dawkins. The only thing I do like about this figure, however, is going to be this Street Profits jacket. It's super clean, you know, nice material, nice look on it. It's got like a varsity jacket kind of look to it, which I do really like a lot, and it's definitely one cool accessory for this figure. But yeah, that's the only praise I'm giving this figure, guys. Moving on, man. All right, moving on to the next figure, guys. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this figure, but man, this is kind of a letdown for me as well. Like I said in the last video, man, Cesaro is actually one of my favorite talents. Definitely one of my favorite wrestlers in real life. But when we got this figure, when I got it in hand, man, it was just such a disappointment, man. The formula that they chose for this figure was absolutely awful. They gave him these super jacked arms. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, Cesaro's definitely got some big arms, but not this goddamn big. What the hell is this? And he's got this pretty accurate torso. I definitely do like this torso for Cesaro. But then look at how it sits on these legs. Look how much gappage there is between the leg mold and the torso. That is awful. It just looks super weird. Like, if you guys look at this, like, look at how much bigger the legs look compared to the torso. It just looks super, it just looks really awkward. That's the perfect word for this figure. It's just an awkward figure. It doesn't look right at all. I do like this these boot molds for Cesaro. They're definitely pretty cool. You know, laceless boots, laced up through the back though. Pretty cool. The gear, I don't like yellow. Yellow is like my least favorite color, I think. And yeah, that's probably why I dislike this figure as well. But yeah, the only thing I do like about this figure, however, is going to be the head sculpt. The head sculpt is freaking awesome. That looks exactly like Cesaro. I'm actually thinking of putting this head sculpt on my Cesaro from the last video, the one that has the sleeve on it. I think that would look really, really nice. But yeah, apart from that, everything else is garbage on this figure, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this figure, though, because this is actually kind of, it's a decent one, you know. I think a lot of people do like this figure, except for me. But yeah, moving on, guys. All right, next figure, guys, I'm going to grab him right here on the left side. It's going to be this Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever the hell you want to call this guy, man. You guys, I mean, it's self-explanatory, man. Terrible formula, terrible wrestler, terrible gimmick, terrible everything, man. Just look at this figure, man. Look at this stupid leg mold that Mattel did, man. They gave him the high-ass kick pads, right? Then they're going to give him even more just like leg, more calf right there, the black calf, as you guys can see right there. It just looks so weird. It just looks so funky, man. Something about this figure is terrible. One thing I do like about this figure, however, is going to be the tattoo detailing, man. It's super clean. They definitely did an excellent job with that, as you guys can see. A lot of color in there. Super detailed, super nice. But other than that, it's just an awful figure. Super jacked arms again. Looks terrible. Looks awful. The head sculpt is pretty good too. You know, it definitely does look like Karrion Kross. Definitely resembles him. But apart from that, man, this is just a terrible figure. Terrible gear. Blackout gear. Just looks awful. Enough of this figure, man. Let's move on. All right, guys. Next figure on the list right here. It's going to be this Braun Strowman. I forget what Elite Series this came from. Another one that just sucks, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't think he just can barely move. Mine can barely move. I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but he just... God damn, it's like hard as shit to move the legs. His torso is super, super loose. His ab crunch as well, super, super loose. Something I don't like about this figure. He's got these what the hell is this, man? What the hell is this formula on the legs? It's just terrible. The head sculpt, however, is pretty good. I don't know why he's smiling. I feel like this guy usually is like a heel. I think he should be like more pissed off, in my opinion. But apart from that, man, yeah, it's just basically the formula that they chose here from Mattel. It just looks terrible. Like, why are the butt cheeks so much bigger than the goddamn legs? Like, what the hell is that, man? Pause on that, but you know what I'm saying, boys. This is an awful figure. Let's move on, man. What the hell is this? All right, guys, grabbing this one from the middle here. It's going to be the Shinsuke Nakamura, and I think this is from his, like, Survivor Series gear, but I think this came out in the normal Elite line. This one, again, is just self-explanatory, man. The sculpted on, like, t-shirt for Nakamura. When he started pulling out this type of gear, man, that's when I knew he was pretty much over, man. He was just terrible. He just fell off completely. He's got the usual pant leg mold that we get for Nakamura, so there's no complaints with that. But once you get to the torso and they sculpted on this stupid-ass t-shirt on him, it's awful. The head sculpt is terrible. Like, what the hell is that white stuff coming out of his mouth, bro? Like, oh my god, man. Pause on that. But what the hell, man? Shinsuke Nakamura fell off, man. He used to be one of my favorite talents in the WWE, but now he's just a terrible, terrible just wrestler. He fell off. His fall from grace is so sad to see, man. But yeah, the main problems with this figure, in my opinion, are going to be the torso, the sculpted on t-shirt that they did on the torso, and the head sculpt. But other than that, man, like the arm molds are pretty good. You know, this nice little armband thing, the SmackDown armband is pretty cool. The extra hands are great. The pant legs are nice. Everything I dislike with this figure is just right here. These two pieces, man, they suck. They absolutely suck. But moving on, guys. Next figure on the list is going to be this Undertaker Greatest Hits right here. The Elite Greatest Hits Undertaker, man. Just something about this figure is just awful. You guys also know that I don't like The Undertaker, so that's probably why he's on here as well. But much like Nakamura as well, man, he's got this sculpted on t-shirt, and his ab crunch like cracks every time can you guys hear that? Like, what the hell is that, man? The head sculpt, in my opinion, as well sucks. This just looks terrible, man. I don't think it, oh god, sorry for moving the camera there. Yeah, I don't think this looks like Undertaker at all. Maybe you guys think it does, but in my opinion, I don't think it looks like the Undertaker at all. For some reason, my video just cut out there, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, the biggest problems with this figure are gonna be the stupid ass molded on torso. They can't ab crunch properly, and the head sculpt. I think it just looks awful. The gear is just boring as hell. And yeah, I don't like Undertaker, so that's why it's on here, guys. Moving on to the next fig. And last but not least, it's going to be this Ultimate Edition Kane here, guys. Now, this figure in itself isn't awful. You know, it's definitely a good figure, I think. It definitely has some cool elements like this nice little belt, this rubber belt that they gave us. You know, usually they just paint it on for most Kane figures. Also, this sculpting right here on the arm is pretty nice. But yeah, like this sculpting right here on the side of the figure, it's pretty nice. I think it's definitely a nice touch from Mattel. But I just think this figure sucks. It's so boring. You know, usually Kane figures are actually pretty cool, and I actually do like Kane figures a lot. But for some reason, man, when this one came out, it just shelf warmed super hard at all my Targets. Like, every Target I went to, it had like 10 Kanes and 10 Undertaker Ultimate Editions. They were just super boring figures, super terrible figures. The accessories weren't even that cool. I think the only cool accessory that came with this figure was the WWF Championship. But other than that, it was pretty awful. And like, this is one thing I don't like about this figure. Like, just make a red mold of the arm. Like, why would you do this? This is so dumb, in my opinion, from like Mattel. And you can't even, it's like you can't even double join it pretty much. Like, look at the articulation you're getting right there from the arm. Majority of it is in this single peg right here. You can't even bend the other part of the arm. Like, this is just a terrible design by Mattel here. But yeah, man, that pretty much wraps this up, man. Terrible figures all across the board. Let me know what you guys think of the figures, though. But let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to put something out a little bit quick, something a little bit fun. I am going to be doing a Amazon unboxing probably tomorrow or Saturday, so be on the lookout for that one, guys. But yeah, if you guys did like the video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on that post notification bell so you guys never miss another upload. I'm pushing out a lot of content. I'm finally coming up with some better ideas for videos. One idea that I've had actually is going to be building my pick fed roster, just rebuilding the pick fed roster so that we can get started with that very, very soon, man. I cannot wait. That's going to be such a cool project. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.